All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into what might be your most precious resource. And nope, it's not time, and it's not money, it's your attention. And in this incredibly fast-paced world we're all living in, it really has become the new gold. I mean, does this sound familiar? You sit down to do just one simple task, and the next thing you know, you're looking up from your phone and 2 hours have vanished. You're left thinking, where did that time even go? It's that feeling of being pulled in a million directions at once. And you know what? That feeling, it isn't an accident. It's by design.
Every single day feels like a battle for your own focus, doesn't it? You're up against this endless stream of notifications, headlines, and demands, all vying for a piece of your mind. It's a constant struggle just to keep your attention on what truly matters to you.
And all of this brings us to what a lot of people are starting to call the attention crisis. It's a uniquely modern problem, and it's one that impacts our productivity, our creativity, and honestly, even our happiness. The root of this whole crisis can really be boiled down to just one word: overload. We are just swamped. We get hit with more information in a single day than our ancestors probably saw in their entire lifetimes. Our brains, they just weren't built to process this kind of constant flood, and it's absolutely taking a toll. So if we're all so overloaded, how in the world do we fight back? Well, it all starts with a really critical shift in your mindset. You have to start treating your attention as your most valuable currency. Think about it. In a world of infinite information, your attention is the only resource you have that's actually finite. It's the currency you spend to create your experiences, to build new skills, to live your life. So where you choose to invest it, that directly determines the quality of your life. This idea from Rhonda Byrne just hits the nail on the head. What you focus on expands. It's so simple, but it's incredibly profound. Whatever you consistently point your attention toward, it's going to grow larger in your life. You focus on problems, you'll see more problems. You focus on opportunities, and suddenly they start popping up. Your focus literally shapes the world you experience. You can think about redirecting your attention like rerouting a river. See, most of us just let that river flow wherever it's easiest, which is usually toward things that drain us. Distractions, online drama, fear. But when you consciously decide to reroute that flow, to aim it at things that build you up, like your goals, finding clarity, your own creativity, that's when you really start to flourish.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but how do I actually do it? Well, let's get practical. It all starts with a simple tool you can use right now. It's the 3-step attention audit.
I want you to think of this as a powerful, even creative exercise. It's designed to help you take back control of the steering wheel. This isn't about restriction or depriving yourself. It's about empowerment. It's about you consciously deciding what gets your precious mental energy. And it's incredibly simple. First, just get honest with yourself. List the top 5 things that have been grabbing most of your attention lately. Second, go down that list and rate each one. Ask yourself, is this building me up or is this draining me? Be ruthless. And third, here's the most important step. Pick just one of those draining items and consciously replace it with something that builds you up, a high-value input. So here's a quick example of what this might look like. You list your attention items and you rate them. You'll probably spot some really clear drains, right? Like scrolling through social media drama or watching negative news. And you'll see some clear builders, like planning your goals or, hey, listening to an educational explainer. The whole point is to spot a drain and then consciously swap that time for a builder. For instance, you could trade 20 minutes of watching the news for 20 minutes of reading a great book. Simple as that. Now, when you start doing this consistently, something really amazing starts to happen. You learn how to curate your own inner feed. And this is the huge takeaway here. Attention isn't just some passive spotlight. It's active fuel. It's the actual energy that powers the engine of your mind, and you are the one who decides what gets that fuel. If you want a really clear analogy for this, just think for a second about how a social media algorithm works. It's really simple, right? It just watches what you click on, what you engage with, and then it serves you up more of the exact same stuff to keep you scrolling. Well, here's the crucial insight. The algorithm of your own mind works the exact same way. It will always show you more of what you mentally click on. So if you're constantly clicking on worry, your mind is going to serve you up more and more things to be worried about. So when you consciously curate that inner feed, you are choosing what to power up. You are pouring that precious fuel into your goals, into deepening your relationships, into sparking your creativity and finding clarity. You are taking control of the very energy that shapes your life. Okay, so as we wrap up, let's make this really personal.
This is the part where these ideas stop being just concepts and actually become real for you.
So first question, and be honest with yourself. What has really been stealing your attention lately? Name it. Is it a specific app? A recurring worry that loops in your head? Is it a person?
Now, just imagine this. What do you think would actually happen if you protected that focus, like really guarded it, and directed it with full intention for just 1 week, just 7 days? What could you create? What problem could you solve? What could you build?
And finally, I'm going to leave you with what might be the most important question of all. Forget for a moment about what you think you should be doing. How do you want your attention to feel? Do you want it to feel scattered and anxious and pulled apart? Or do you want it to feel calm, powerful, and focused? The choice and the power to make it, that's all yours.